in it. Ghana boy stocks on the rise, Charlie. This flex know they ready. See, we went on the ride nobody wave. We the ones who started with it. Translation: Yanni had to buy, Yanni again hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it. That's how you know we lit.
Trust, we ain't taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog, Maxi Leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when we ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see ready. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful the people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend of the NFL is underway. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They started on the ground with Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Dancing to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Will give this one to Eckler. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
In motion, the tight end. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Hopkins' kick is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. On first down, Thomas. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only two rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Thomas. And this one caught by Coates. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage?
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Channing Tindall is there for the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Chargers 3, Dolphins 0.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. Jones will try and run with it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Daniel Jones, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Chargers 10, Dolphins 0.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception. given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
Once again, it's Mostert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Thomas. They'll roll him out right. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
First down, and they stick with Eckler.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9. Herbert. Rager catches it left side. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
First down at the 40-yard line.
Eckler now between the tackles. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Herbert. And that's complete to Trey McKinney, the tight end. He's got room at the 30. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
And they'll try a jet sweep. It's Reagor. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Jalen Reagor, an 18-yard touchdown run. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Hopkins with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. At the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
This is fielded at the 27. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 17-0 lead in tow, they might not be too eager to press the issue here. Now Herbert off the bootleg. On the move to his left. Going left side, it's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's got room. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. It's Eckler again. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Up the middle with Eckler. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
On the give, this is Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler from 17 yards out. And the Chargers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Chargers' 46-yard line.
Let's go now.
On 2nd down now, Coat. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Coates, he'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Thomas. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Complete to Jalen Waddle. And 8-yard pickup. First down.
On 1st down, Coat. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Hold it ready.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 14 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now down to 20.
Chargers 27, Dolphins 7.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Hightower not going to attempt a run back, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Draw play, it's Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Herbert now. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. A handoff, it's Eckler. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Now a give running left is Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Hopkins with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play. Multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run right side with Mostert. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. That's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Up the middle they go. Coates. And some room to run now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Liam Eichenberg, 2nd-round pick in 2021 from Notre Dame, the guilty party. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on third down. Now a handoff up the middle. Coat, and this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last two drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. So he rolls out of the pocket left, just ends up finding a safety valve, but no gain there.
No gain, but it looked like they were well coached on the play because he still went through his progressions, and the receivers know that when the quarterback exits the pocket, they have defined routes to run now to get into his sight lines and try and help him out. End up throwing it short to the running back. Give the defense credit for not giving up any yardage.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And this returnable for Hill. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Ready, break!
A run with Mostert up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Derwin James with a pick.
before, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Here is Eckler. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down, Eckler. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They're going option play on third down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
A 52-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now Thomas to throw on third down. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Back to throw. Thomas. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Sebastian Joseph Day gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
They say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 2nd down, Coates, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Thomas on 3rd and 2. And he gets this out to Foster on the right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. From 17 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his left. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. The Chargers are going to continue on in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody. Thanks for watching.